my father was the youngest and he was the cook in the back. So he kind of saw the product as it went. They had the idea of, you know how you love Harold's and you love Katz and you love all these pastrami and corned beef places. Why don't we become the Italian version of it? He would make it where it's like completely like, what are you doing? He would put a full pound on it. He kind of led the way in terms of the obnoxious size of it. Us coming in was kind of like, hey, listen, we got to calm it down here.
We could talk about that when we actually start this episode of the John Ronnie Show. Welcome back, everybody. Eric Teliercio, thank you for coming. Uncle Steve normally is not a co-host, but today we had sandwiches and it lured him in.
That's right.
And you're a big fan.
Oh my God!
When I called,
I was like starstruck when
I called Uncle Steve and I said, "Hey, you know, we have our first episode coming in at 10:30, and then I got this other guy coming in 1:32. Guy Eric, you know, Taliercio, and he's like, wait, Taliercio's coming on." He's like, can I be on? He's like, can I be? I was like, yeah.
Stop.
Like, he goes, I love his content, and he's never had your food.
I've never. I've never driven. It's probably like 50 minutes from me, but I'm like, like I said, I watch the videos,
right,
and I just keep going. I'm like, I love this guy.
You get down the rabbit hole of his food.
Yeah,
where do you stop?
It's part of the cult.
You can't stop.
Well, that's part of the.
He's the Tony Montana of North to Down for chubby Italian guys.
He's the Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive in before we get started. So we have Eric actually brought us 3 sandwiches. 2 are not pictured. He brought the Mount Vesuvius.
Yes,
which was I swear to God this big.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah.
The second one was on
your sister's ass on prosciutto bread.
And what was on that?
So it's probably the #1 seller in the store. It is fig spread, prosciutto di Parma, roasted peppers, red onion, stracciatella, which is the inside of the burrata, as you probably know, Uncle Steve, arugula, balsamic glaze. Hits all the notes.
Just a classic sandwich.
It's classic.
Like if I was never to go to your spot, that's what I would get first.
Yes, because it hits all the notes. It's not too spicy. There's no spice on it. There's, the size of it. It's moderate because again, you can't make 2 pounds of prosciutto on a sandwich. You're going to be, it looks like it's like chewing tobacco in your mouth.
That's a good point.
And it's called your sister's ass.
Yes, it is.
How could you get a better name?
So that sandwich that you're about to eat is called the Route 35, and it's on a everything seeded bread. That is also top notch.
I've never seen an everything seeded bread. Did you guys make this?
No. So my baker, who is a good friend of mine for a long time, he probably hates me for a lot of the things that I ask him and call and request for. But I called him up and I said, listen, you have everything that's everything seeded. And he said, I could do it. I could make it into Italian bread. I'll make it. And it is top notch.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable.
You want me to tell you what's in it?
Please.
Okay. So it is from bottom to top. Hickory bacon, smoked pork roll, and that's correct, smoked pork roll. So like I was telling you guys earlier, we smoked the pork roll in-house for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it has a coffee rub, and it has a little note of bourbon in it, which is awesome, and Cooper White, moonshine barbecue sauce, frizzled onions. Route 35. Route 35.
What was the inspiration for the name?
Where it stores right on Route 35.
Makes sense. That is so good, dude. That is
right?
I've never had pork roll on anything.
Pork roll is just
but
different.
It's actually called here. It's smoked Taylor ham.
Right. It's
yes.
You got to change that. You got to put an asterisk.
I never. So growing up in New York, I never had pork roll. It was always bacon, egg, and cheeses. Yeah. I never heard of it until I went to Monmouth, and it kind of just like, wait a minute, what is this? It's like, is it a sausage? No. Is it like bacon? No. So I kind of was just like confused. Like, what is this mysterious breakfast meat that is beyond a cult following in New Jersey?
Right.
And it's a revelation.
Which is odd. Why are we the only people to eat this stuff? Everybody else eats Spam.
Everyone eats Spam.
Weird.
Outside of here.
This, and I've said this before today.
Tell me.
One of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Thank you.
You serve it hot.
You got to serve it hot.
It's a little bit. It's room temperature now.
Yeah, it's room temperature now. The pork roll, like I said, you got to make sure that the thickness is right. People just think that there's nothing. You just throwing meat on bread and that's no science behind it. You got to make sure that you eat it as the customer and not so much as the person making the sandwich.
I was just going to ask you, how did you even come up with this? Because this is an insane style sandwich. I've never even seen anything close to this. What was your inspiration?
There's a lot of the times it's all of us as a team effort putting everything together. So we actually have an executive chef that worked in restaurants that's with us. And he's kind of the scientist that is putting all the formulas together. We have people that worked in bagel shops. We have everything. We have a little glimpse of everything in under one roof. And, you know, everyone talks about smoking. You know, everyone, it's like the new trend is everything smoke.
They smoke everything.
Yeah, they're smoking everything. And, you know, we were like, how about if we smoke pork roll? Like, what do you think will happen? Like, oh, do you think it'll shrink too much? And if you do it the right way on a low heat, for, you know, a certain amount of time, a couple hours, it turns out the flavor just hits.
Wow.
Hits.
And then everything else that goes into this, are you the one that kind of says, hey, let's try this, this, and that?
I guess so. I mean, at the same time, it's like I'm very open with everybody. Like you have to be humble even as the person that's delivering what is on the sandwich. You got to be like, hey, listen, it can't be just this way, right, like the way that I think it is. You have to go to your guys that know. Obviously, they have a say in it. They're making it. What works, what doesn't work, like at first, I might have said candy bacon on this. Mm-hmm. And it was like, that might be too sweet because of the moonshine. You know, it might take away from the flavor of the pork roll, which is the star.
Right.
There's all different things that you have to put your ego aside and say, listen, that's not going to work.
Sure. Is this the first iteration of the sandwich?
Yeah.
Wow. So you got it right in the first go.
Yeah. That was the first one that we did with the smoked pork roll. We have a couple of them now, but that was the first one. I know.
I got to get this out of my face because I'm going to keep staring at it and thinking about the entire podcast.
And it's got to be on that bread. Like that bread. It's like a bagel.
The bread's unbelievable.
The bread is unbelievable.
The bread has to make it.
Unbelievable. So you said you grew up in New York City, correct?
I grew up in Staten Island and my family's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad grew up
in Brooklyn.
Born there?
Yes.
Okay.
He moved to Staten Island when I was born, the same year that the store opened.
Really? So
I was born in 88.
And the store's original spot was in Red Bank?
It's a Red Bank mailing address in Middletown.
What made him go all the way to Red Bank?
So it was a family decision. So my father had brothers that were involved with the business and his father, and they were in Brownsville in New York in the 70s. And, you know, the name of the store was Sweethearts. Mike Tyson was a customer there. And in the 70s, as you probably know, it was rough in Brownsville.
Yeah.
And, you know, all things considered, they were like, listen, we were as the brothers and everyone else.
Right.
You know, there's a story that my grandfather got stabbed outside the store.
Oh my God.
He survived.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It was time for them to say, hey, listen, why don't we pick a more potential location that could grow, and let's take a shot on it, and let's see as a bigger location. If we buy the building as a family, let's see what we could do. So during that time in the 80s, there was nothing really in Middletown and Red Bank. There was nothing in that area. So they said, listen, why don't we go and take a shot at an up and coming possible location in Jersey? And that's when my dad decided I'll move to Staten Island. You know, family members were still in Staten Island also, and then, you know, Jersey and everything else. And they kind of just said, hey, listen, let's put all our eggs in one basket, one store, name it Taliercios, and see where it goes from there.
And that's it.
That's it. That was all that went behind it. It was, you know, I mean, there was all, you know, family stuff that went along with it, which comes with every family. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there was trials and tribulations in terms of what works, what doesn't work. And I think the benefit of them being really the only game was that they had a lot of years to try to figure out what works, what doesn't work.
Sure. Without
maybe necessarily, you know, taking plenty of hits and then the, you know, thought of, oh, wow, you know, the store's under, it's not going to work, which I'm sure there was probably plenty of times anyway. Yeah. But my father was the youngest and he was the cook in the back. So he kind of saw the product as it went and kind of understood, okay, listen, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, and entered catering And catering is really the business in terms of your success and your margin and everything else. And they had the idea of my father and everyone else, I mean, which I'm sure you guys love too, is like when you go to Harold's and Edison, right? Yeah. And you go to Katz and you say, you know, those piled high sandwiches. So my dad, you know, they all came up with the idea of why don't we do an Italian style version of that? Because no one's doing that. Oh. Put all your stuff and say, hey, listen, you know how you love Harold's and you love Katz and you love all these, you know, you have those pastrami and corned beef places. Why don't we become the Italian version of it?
Oh, my God.
So he had the idea for the large. I thought maybe when you came in,
No.
So
if it was up to my dad, he'd make the sandwiches bigger. If you ever saw my dad on a slicer, which it was, there was probably a couple years ago, and he doesn't even come up in the front anymore. He wasn't even there when you were there. He was there when your dad was there. He's very much in the back now. You know, he just deals with the back end stuff, and he would make it where it's like completely like, what are you doing? Like, this is wild. He would put a full pound on it, and he kind of led the way in terms of the obnoxious size of it. God. Us coming in was kind of like, hey, listen, we gotta calm it down here. Oh, we gotta simmer it down.
The opposite way, because you had to think about business now.
You got to think about it because he looks at it as, you know, back then, you know, yes, there were lines, but it was more catering lines.
Okay.
The lunch lines, there would be days that even guys that are working there now that have been there 20 years with my dad. Like, they were like on Sundays, we were just sitting down, like we were putting on games. You could have ran laps in the store.
Wow.
No lines in terms of sandwiches, lunch, and everything else. They had catering, but there was no, okay, listen, like that hour-long wait, that 20-minute wait, that was only maybe during your hours of lunch, Monday to Friday.
And when did that change?
When did that change? That changed, I want to say, I got there 15 years ago. And even when I was there, I kind of saw it too, where you were like, all right, you had your 11 to 2 rush. My dad used to have the old steam tables and would have 4 lunch specials and do like, you know, he would always think customer first, which is probably an attestament to his success, is that he would say, hey, listen, why don't we give them 2 of our catering lunch options for, back then, 15 years ago, $6.95.
Wow. Unbelievable.
$7, like almost like a China buffet. Like he didn't have the ego, and still doesn't, to say, hey, listen, I could get X for the amount of food that I have, or for the quality of food. That comes with confidence. It comes with everything that comes with it, success of the business and everything. Yeah. And, you know, for a while there, we were like, listen, we're giving these people 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of food for lunch for $7.
Right. Are you losing money at that point?
At that point, we were like, he was like, oh, you know, whatever, I might have given it away anyway. So he looks at it that way.
Okay.
And to his credit, he always was the guy to say, give it to the people. He was the one that started the wraps, handed them out. I didn't. He was the one that if there was a line on Christmas, Thanksgiving, he was the one that said, listen, hand out the raviolis, give them the something that they want to. Yeah. So he was always marketing the store. He just never realized it. So when, in terms of, you know, the store getting to the way that it is now, I would say, obviously, during COVID was the big change.
Okay.
Like most businesses.
Sure.
COVID was the change.
Yeah.
You had from, you know, let's say 70 to 80 ring ups a day to 2, 3. Now, during that time, and during that time, my dad brought his salary down to 0 and made sure everybody maintained their salary. And so we would be working, you know, skeleton crews, and even still, like, you were twiddling your thumbs. And it was, your customers were college kids that kind of just said, you know, screw it. I'm gonna go to Taliercios. I'm gonna get a sandwich. The ones that would mask up everything else, you know. And during that time, I'll never forget it. I had a conversation with our boar's head rep at the time. And he kind of said it. He was like, listen, he goes, something like this is either going to make or it's going to break businesses. You have to decide what when it eventually opens up, how this is going to go. Like, there has to be something. And at that time, social media wasn't big. I mean, at least what I knew, 6 years ago, in terms of, TikTok was there, yes, and everyone had maybe some following there. Instagram was, when I took over the page, we had somebody running it. We had maybe like 300 followers. And I said, crazy. Oh yeah. And I said, you know what? I said, here's what we're going to do. We took the kids that were coming in every day and we brought them behind the counter and we called it Taliercios Behind the Counter. And we did a segment where it was their favorite sandwich and we would name it after them.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
And that's how
that is awesome.
The coming up with different sandwich names. Now that you see the boards and there's like 30 boards, there was only maybe like 4 sandwich boards, 2 panini boards. That's it. So now it came to it where it was like, hey, listen, these kids are like the reason why our doors are open.
Yeah.
So it's like, when this eventually opens up, these kids are going to say, hey, listen, Taliercio's made a sandwich after me. That we should try it.
Get girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, I mean, at the bar,
yeah.
How many dudes can say,
how many dudes can
hey,
say
listen,
that?
I'll buy you a drink, but I got a sandwich.
I got a sandwich.
I mean, it is a really smart tactic for you.
We kind of just,
you put my name on a board, I'm telling 20 people, at least.
Correct.
Just go check it out.
Go check it out. And you want to know what we do today is, and this is where everyone at the store hates me in terms of the coworkers and everything else, because I understand it's a pain in the ass. We still have all those original sandwiches from day one to now. So,
all of them.
All of them.
So I could reflect and name a sandwich, and
I got it written down. I have a whole
1,200 sandwiches.
I was like, how many
15,
sandwiches?
What?
1,500.
1,500. I saw the video.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Yeah. So
what are you talking about? You have 1,500 sandwiches.
If you look at it, I think I have almost.
I thought you said 12, 15.
1,500.
Oh my God.
1,500 sandwiches. So if you go back and you look at all those videos, you go back 5 years ago, people come in, and if a lot of them are maybe, some of the ingredients I might have had for a short span, but we make, I think the first sandwich we did was called the Vinny Cutlets. And that it was just, I think, a chicken special, chicken cutlet mozzarella, roasted peppers, avocado, pesto glaze. I think that was it. Don't quote me, but you could quote me. Yeah. I think that was it. Till this day, you could come in and get the Vinny Cutlets, which was the first one we did. And then a Mr. Parker, and then a llama. And I think the llama now works for the FBI. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I think he works at Quantico.
1,500. I mean, I'm assuming
going back a long time.
They're all kind of the same, right? Like maybe swapping.
He's got a sandwich Bible. It's like this.
I have a Bible.
Give me some rattle off some ridiculous, crazy sandwiches.
So we have one that was our creation. It was called the Big Bang, and it was almost like we did with the Vinny Black, which is kind of went viral about a month ago or so, and it was. So you could get the fresh mozzarella loaf, okay? And it's all the ingredients that you would, let's say, to make mozzarella, except it's drier. You could cut it.
Yeah.
And it's considered fresh mozzarella, not shredded that you would put on a pizza. So
just like a brick of mozz?
Yeah. It's a blob of fresh mozzarella. And you slice it, and we deep fried it. And we used 2 pieces that were the length of the loaf.
Come on.
About this big, right? So you had loaf.
I saw this video.
Yeah, so it was a loaf. Then we did chicken cutlets, smashed meatball, deep fried pepperoni, vodka sauce, loaf of mozz.
Come on.
And we served it as that whole.
And people eat it with their hands?
Yep.
How can you
that
stop
was
watching
probably
that
about
video?
4 years ago. That was probably one that was like, you want to talk about like wild? Like we have to serve it in a half tray.
Right.
We don't serve it on a plate. Can't fit.
What do you charge for something like that?
Back then, we didn't even charge that much, $20.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Just to get people in the door at that point.
That was it. At that point, when we were making videos, we were dressing up. We were doing videos in costumes, like assholes.
Just because I remember, yes. I do remember you dressing up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we would buy. I'm not even kidding you. We probably spent, and we still have all the costumes. We have them all in bins, all organized, everything. We probably have about $5,000 to $6,000 in costumes sitting there still.
And you would just throw them off for no reason.
Throw them off for no reason. Didn't make any sense in terms of maybe what the sandwich was or whatever. And we kind of just said, listen, we'll be those assholes to see if it'll work.
Did you have one video that worked and then it kind of went parabolic, or it was just a slow
It was slow.
Yeah.
It was always slow. I mean, because don't forget, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I didn't know the editing part. I didn't know the cutting, the transition, the what is the grabber in the first 3 seconds. Yeah. None of that was anything that I knew. I kind of just thought, hey, listen, if they see us dressed like idiots, maybe that'll be the attention grabber. Right. And, it gradually was a slow process until all of a sudden I realized, you know what? I said, instead of us being like this, eventually the focus needed to be on the sandwich and the food.
How much... Like, what kind of return did you yield from these, let's say, viral videos? If you had one really pop off,
good. Like now you're talking, you're talking a great yield. But don't forget, it's been a long time to say, like when we did your sister's ass, that would probably
those shirts are the
that's
best.
Still, yeah, like that's still.
Wait, there's a your sister's ass shirt.
I have.
Yeah, that's what they wear.
I got it.
Of course,
it says, "Come eat your sister's ass."
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
so great. I got you for you, Steve. I got you. God, so let's say you're going and you're talking about yield and you're talking about, okay, break down how many sandwiches you think we made based off the video, right?
Yeah.
You would probably say now there is, out of the couple thousand videos we've done, I would say probably anywhere between 50 to 100 where they were big time growers in terms of getting people in the door. They might not have gotten that sandwich.
Don't matter.
But it brought them in.
So we post a video right now. Million views. Let's say it went real viral.
Let's just say.
What does tomorrow look like for you? Typically.
Tomorrow, let's say I get out of, let me tell you, loaves of bread. So this would be another thing. On average, we go through anywhere between 200 to 400 loaves of bread. 200 to 400, I would say. And that's including your halves, your wholes, your specialties, everything else. I would say on a 1 million viewed video, the next day, you're making probably anywhere between, like, for instance, the cheesesteak that I did with Large from Barstool. We probably the next day made anywhere between 80 to 90 cheesesteaks.
Wow.
80 to 90 the next day. That video went up.
You ever
80,
sell
90.
out of bread? Run out of bread?
All the time.
Do you ever run out of mortadella?
Never. That's something that we have a stash.
That would be a stash.
You got to stash that. You
That would
can't
be
run
a
out of mortadella as an Italian deli.
I gotta tell you this right now. Like when I'm watching them slice, right, and I'm seeing like the little mortadella scraps falling.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope somebody's scooping that into like a little. I would eat that.
Right. Just for you.
My God.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want, I could compile that.
He's the Tony Montana for fact.
And a little doggy ball.
He is. Like I'm a drug addict going in there, like
just
twitching.
Just a little bit.
Come on, just give me the scraps.
Just the scraps.
Put it in a little.
Just
Put it in a little bowl.
Just the taste.
Little arugula.
It's almost like blue magic. Like
Think about that. Right over arugula.
Yeah.
Little
Almost like a
balsamic,
salad.
little
and
olive
all
oil.
that stuff falls right off which falls right off the sandwich too. You could just have that. You could just be the guy.
God, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay. You got the big giant sandwich, right?
Yes.
Remember, like Harold's.
Of course.
People would go, "Hey, I want a little extra bread." They're making extra sandwiches.
100%.
Do
And people do that all the time.
Okay, so
And
like
People do that
all.
all the time.
Really?
So a lot of the times also, and I'm giving out probably a secret and probably a money loss here, but a lot of the times what people do is they'll say, hey, listen, could we get an extra roll? Could we get an Italian bread or whatever? And we give it to them. Whatever. If we're charging X for the amount of sandwiches,
course.
I mean, listen, even though our prices, like I was explaining, our prices do not match what the prices should be. If I was in Manhattan,
Very affordable. Yeah.
if I'm in Manhattan, I'm getting $35, $40 a sandwich.
100%.
Easily.
Let me ask you something. Any cheap bastards ever come in with like their own bread?
That's hilarious.
make
I
their
knew
own
you were going to ask
sandwich?
that question too.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Throw them out.
I swear to God.
Wait. They would
Throw
bring
them
their
out.
own bread for you to make the sandwich.
Yep.
Why?
Oh, I don't like
No.
that bread.
Oh,
Or
wait.
no.
They-
You mean like if
like
I'm
an
going to
extra-
cut the cost?
Yeah, no, I mean like somebody buys a big giant sandwich, then all of a sudden, like you know,
Oh, yeah, they might whip out bread.
grandma's pulling a loaf
Absolutely.
of bread out of her
Absolutely.
No way.
They might do it for their kids. They might do it for
Yeah.
themselves. Where all of a sudden they're like, "Hey,
Bro,
listen,
you make 10. You make 10 sandwiches out of that one.
Yep, all the time." But people are the consumer cuts corners at any length.
Hold on. I want to go back to the one.
Wow.
You said people bring a loaf of bread and say, I don't like your bread, use my bread instead.
100%. That
What
happens
an
all the
ass.
time.
Do you do it?
Yeah,
You
I
will?
do. I would do it for them. Absolutely.
Have they ever brought a loaf of bread that you're like, wow, this is phenomenal? Like, what's the place in Brooklyn that has like the best bread? It's something with an M, I think. Or in the Bronx, maybe.
I don't know.
Did we go the one time? They have the Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
There's some good bread in Brooklyn.
It's in the Bronx. No, it's in the Bronx. It's right by Casa del Mutz.
Not Gino?
No, fuck. Oh my God, it's blue lettering. Right by the oysters. Have you been over there? You know?
Yeah.
See, now I got to tell you, my
Look up-
favorite.
Something with an M.
Something with M. Yeah.
Not Malone's, is it?
No, it's an Italian name. Joe, you got anything?
My favorite bread's up in East Hanover, Sorrento's.
Good bread.
Oh my God.
Would you put your name on it?
I will put my name on it.
You put-
but I got to tell you.
What?
I better not. Nah, I better not say this.
Don't say it. Keep it.
I'll get popped.
Keep it to the grade.
Yeah.
I could take it to the grade.
No, your bread's awesome.
Thank you.
You're right.
We
So
actually
that's-
switched the bread.
So-
we
You
did. We did. We
sorry,
switched it.
Pasquale.
No, that's
So after 20 years, we had like I said, my buddy Ricky took over, a long-standing successful bakery, and his recipe was dynamite. It was to the point where the bakery that we had was good. Okay, it was consistent. It was good. People liked it, and it was what my dad knew. And my dad is very loyal. He's a very loyal man, and he was, on his ass, scrounging away, working his ass off, didn't find success till probably later on in his 40s in terms of the business. So he kind of understands people from that perspective to say, hey, listen, I'm not going to cut somebody out because it's how they live. My father is very, very much like that. So I knew that for me to make this happen, it had to have been a slow, gradual process. So at one point we were carrying both bakeries. Then all of a sudden it was to the point I said, listen, Pop, there's no, this bread is just, he goes, it's like I was growing up.
Yeah.
Eventually we made, that bread is probably only been there with us now for a couple of years.
the new bread.
Yeah.
And you can't share the bakery.
No.
That's a secret right there.
Yeah.
How often are you getting fresh bread every morning?
Yeah, every
How's that
morning.
work?
Every morning. Comes probably about 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
And you will run out, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bro, we will. It's not even Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's just throw it out there. So let's say it's a Friday concert at PNC Bank in the summer.
Oh, forget it.
We could have 500 loaves of bread. Sometimes we're done, and what we'll have is the bakery, my buddy's bakery, sends me par bake to put in the freezer.
Got it.
3/4
Just
cooked.
in case. Yeah.
So what I do is I'll have to go in the freezer,
No shit.
cook it up, bring it right out. Because I could go through easily. If it's, let's say the Giants are good. Just throw it out there. Giants are good. And it's
Crazy.
week 1 and they're, Saturday night, Sunday morning, right? I could have probably 100 sandwiches made in less than an hour.
And I guess the problem would be like, where do you put all this? If you were at 1,000 loaves, like where are you putting all the bread?
We store. I mean, you saw it. The storage is just, but you have to store it right. We have all containers that are sealed we transfer the bread from where it comes from into the bins. We seal them, and then we bring them in like literally like a shipment, and we just restock and restock and restock. And this is without people being able to buy the bread just from outside where the counter is, because people are funny. When they go into Whole Foods or they go into ShopRite, they have no problem, because we tried it. They have no problem going in their little, the container or whatever, grabbing the bread with their hands or whatever and putting it in. But for some reason with us, we could have a bread rack out there. People are like, oh, people have been touching it. So people have a weird stigma. Yeah, so we keep all the bread behind the counter.
Oh, you wouldn't worry about people stealing your bread?
No. What are they going to do?
Still over bread.
They're still over bread.
I guess they need,
If they need that bread, bro,
bad, let them have it.
I'm not gonna cause a scene about that.
They store bread everywhere. Up your sister's ass.
Up your sister's ass. They
Yeah,
store bread.
that's it. Listen, sometimes that's a good spot, depending on your sister.
So what are you making in-house, let's say?
In terms of product,
Yeah.
so full butchery, prime rib, which is the reason why I think our cheesesteak is. I mean, you had. I'm telling you, I think that our cheesesteak blows away any cheesesteak, because it's anywhere. And I'm not sitting here and I'm saying like, listen, pounding my chest. I've had people literally tell me, I've had Philly, I've had New York, I've had Jersey. This is the best one. It has to do with the fact that the prime rib is cooked on premise, made, seasoned, out of the oven, binned, and cooked on the press.
And the bread.
And so we do our prime rib, we do pork loin, I do a porchetta, I did a huge porchetta once. It was dynamite. So I do porchetta, I do braciole, I put braciole on sandwiches. I've done,
Really?
oh yeah,
That's not-
dynamite.
wow.
Dynamite. I've
What
done
kinda-
beef braciole on prosciutto bread.
And what else you put on it?
God.
I did it with, what did I do? Long hots, vodka sauce, and that's it, because the braciole was the star.
How do you make braciole?
So what they do is they cut the top flap off of, let's say, a top round if you want beef, right?
Yeah.
Then you're tying it up, you're rolling it, you're doing it with all your seasonings, your, breadcrumb, the garlic. You could do it with broccoli rabe, you could do it with prosciutto,
Right.
you could do it any way you want. You could do pork or veal. And beef, obviously. And then it kind of just slow cooks. You could put it in sauce.
That's where I see. Yeah,
So
that's where I've seen it.
I've done it where I've cooked it in the sauce, taken it out with the sauce still like cooked on it, and then sliced it right then and there and put it on a sandwich. I've done it on focaccia. I've done it on, I've done it on every single thing you want to know. So I do top rounds, pork loins, prime rib, porchettas, braciole. I could do anything. I could do anything.
Mozzarella, though.
No, I can't. I would have to pay somebody $100,000 to make mozzarella
Yeah.
from the amount of mozz that I get
Right. You get it fresh every morning?
every morning. I get that transferred. But that's where, that's another investment. Like, if I sat there and I said, hey, listen, I could tell you right now, I go through 3 cases of mutz every 2 days. So you're talking about, I think there's 30 balls in a case. So I'm going through 36 and 9. I'm going through 90 balls in 2 days just on sandwiches.
How many pounds?
Each box, I think, is 15 pounds.
So 45 pounds of cheese in 2 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you don't think it would make sense financially to have somebody in the back make it?
It depends. Like, if I'm running out, you saw it. I have no room.
That's true, yeah.
Sanitary wise, where am I making it?
Yeah. You would need huge.
Yeah.
I can't just throw the guy in the back where everyone's cooking and everything else and just say, hey, listen, make mozzarella. We outgrew the store.
Yeah.
We outgrew it. I mean, if there's something that, if something came up and I could come into, a place like that's, like you saw, like in the store, you have all, sublet out of, like, I rent out a dance studio for storage and everything else. It's probably about 3,000 square feet. That's all storage. Like, if I eventually upgraded and made it where it was standard, where I could, health comes in and everything else.
Right.
That's a place where I could do it, and I could
Yeah.
get the curd in and everything else.
I feel like it's such a process, though.
It's a process.
And you need somebody that's on it.
First of all, the quality has to be there. Now you're making your mutts. You better knock it out of the wall.
Yeah,
you got to knock it out of the park. You
That's-
have to.
It's kind of like the guy Casa, because Casa de la Mutz, the guy Carlo.
Yeah.
My sister's recent fiance, right? That's what they're called. Dario. That's his cousin. Is Carlo.
So you
we
have-
go
yeah.
and talk- we-
Listen, I mean,
but that's
his
what
mutts,
they do.
like, I've never had his mutts. His mutts is the most talked about in terms of quality.
It is, but the point of it is like they're making it fresh all day. That's why it's so good.
Yes.
But my point is like that's their focus. Your focus is sandwiches.
My
you can't
focus
do
is
both at once.
getting you inside the goddamn store to
Right.
witness everything that's going
Right,
on.
right.
Because when people come in, they're in awe of what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, but you're a part of that too.
There's a
Like
lot
I'm
of
coming to watch
performance.
you perform,
Which
in
is
a way, you know
why,
what I mean?
which is why when we talked about expansion and we talked about, hey, listen, would you ever do anything? It's kind of like anywhere else that wants to duplicate that one business, right? And it's kind of where, you're taking, like the person that's in the videos and now putting it somewhere else, right?
Right.
That other place might have an uptick in business. I don't know if it's gonna affect the original place as much as what I think it could. Could it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people might want to come in, like you said, and it's, hey, listen, is Eric here? Is Vinny here? Is, Eric's dad here? And, it's kind of, could that be a draw? Possibly.
You'd almost need to like, not recruit, but like create new Erics.
Yes.
Maybe I'm upset for the first month when Steve's there instead of Eric, but then I start coming in for Steve.
Correct. And
So
that's
this-
something we talked about too.
You did this on this a job.
I'm actually putting you guys together. Yeah, this
This
is
a job interview?
surprise.
I mean, listen, he told me,
Steve-
I'm not
no,
even kidding you.
Steve's
He
thinking-
told me the minute that he said you're coming, he pumped you up like it was nobody's
that's my
business.
guy.
my dream job.
It is his dream job,
Oh my God.
and he's a hard worker.
Listen, I started when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
My uncle Nick's Deli.
Oh, tell us. Yeah, tell us.
yeah, my uncle Nick's Deli down in Cornwall. I might have been a trailblazer. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
This was 83.
Okay.
So I'm working, first day, and the lunch crowd comes in.
Sure.
Right? I'll never forget this. Simple ham and cheese sandwich. Ham and Swiss, simple.
Yeah.
I'm cutting, slicing. I got the sandwich like this thick. Close it up. I cut it real nice. I wrapped it up like a little burrito, real nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
My uncle's sitting back there. I feel his eyes like burn a hole in my head. I give the guy the sandwich. The guy's like, holy shit, Nick. He goes, you're really overdoing your sandwich. He's like, yeah, go ahead, enjoy. Hey, Steven, let me talk to you about. He goes, hey, listen, 3 pieces of meat, 3 pieces of cheese. You got it? I'm like, yeah, Uncle Nick. I got a little. He goes, you're not making that fucking sandwich for yourself. But you were a trailblazer.
Did you ever think that maybe you were born for this job? Because that's exactly the way this moment in time was made for.
I got to tell you, I think I was.
Because at this time, you were ahead of the game.
I got quick hands, too. I got little thick fingers. Oh, my God.
Well, you're Italian. That's it. Yeah. You got to be quick, small hands. There's nothing wrong about that.
All right. I'll do it. Yeah, a job I have now, I quit.
There it is. Sorry, job you have now. It's over.
He's done. See ya.
That's it. Done. See
now,
ya.
imagine if I now...
I'm going to make sandwiches.
It's like you said.
I'm going to make sandwiches.
As a personality.
But honestly, like if you, I mean, you mic him up for a day.
Yeah.
You should do videos of that mic'd up. Like mic up every one of your employees.
If I should mic up.
If I did it where, see, this is another joke that we said. If we went on TikTok Live or Instagram Live,
1,000%,
we would probably get shut down.
No. Yeah, probably. But that's where it gets a little bit because you don't want to.
I can't control what someone's gonna say.
Yeah,
I can't control what someone's gonna do. And now half the time we're looking at it, we actually look at we look at ourselves because we always said it. And other places say it too, where it's like if they had a reality show based off of this place, we've had people come in and be like, "This needs to be a show." Like the banter and everything else between you guys, this needs to be the show. They only hear half, and the half is good. The other half that isn't good, done, shut down, banned.
That is tough. I wonder how you could like mic up and then just post the highlights.
I would have to have somebody. I'd have to have somebody filming us all day, and then like you said, you cut. You have a whole day's.
There's probably like an AI tool that would edit out like shit that you didn't want.
I wouldn't even know.
There is, but I think what would be best is if you like hired somebody, then just to clip this up for you.
Yes,
and put it out.
That's where I would use somebody in terms of, hey, listen, help me with my social here. I got 12 hours worth of content.
We got Lavolka right here.
Lavolka. Listen, I'm hiring 2 guys here.
We got the voice.
Wow, I'm losing everybody.
See you, Johnny.
This guy's got fucked.
No way.
Yeah, wow.
We work for Mortadell. Come on. What a deal this is for you.
I may have to start setting up shop
let me tell you something.
in the
Sign still delivered under the table. Handshake.
You know what else was a trailblazer? I'm just thinking about this now. My uncle's freaking Deli. This guy used to come in.
Go ahead.
And my uncle Nick, listen, this guy was from Newark. I rocked the double pinky rings only because he did. Because I go, Uncle Nick, I think I'm cool enough to do it. He goes, I don't think so, but go ahead, give it a whirl. Guy used to come in, my uncle would go, Steven, you got to take care of this fucking guy. My God, that sandwich he gets. He would get roast beef, cheese, and he would want grape jelly. I think that guy was a freaking trailblazer. You know how you do the fig jam?
Grape jelly.
This guy did grape jelly on a roast beef and cheese.
And people probably looked at him like, look at
people
you.
Looked at him like he was nuts. Now everybody, give me the fig. Oh, I want the fig spread on there. Right?
That's it. Get him in.
Get
everybody in.
Think about that.
Get everybody in. I want your whole family.
That's wild. Do you have any sandwiches that you were told to make, and then you're like, I don't know about this, made it, and then everyone's like, this is the best thing you've ever had?
100%. Probably recently, the Vinny Black. So the Vinny Black was our cheesesteak that we make with prime rib, caramelized onions, pepper relish, Cooper white, Cooper yellow, in between those 2 deep fried pieces of mozzarella.
Right. You were probably like, this is.
I was like, I literally said it. I go, listen, I don't know who's going to eat this.
And it blew up.
When I tell you, between the hate and between the traction, we sell those. We were slicing and pre-breading the mozzarella by the loaf.
What about misses that you thought were going to
So many misses.
Really?
So many misses. Like I said, you don't realize if you think that, like, a lot of it, yes, thoughts that go on to it. All right, yeah, you know what? This is going to be it. But we try to do one a day. So when you're trying to cram all that and trying to cram thoughts and everything else, you're gonna get misses. So one of the misses that I think I made too was what I did was we did a sandwich. I was dressed up as the Karate Kid. That's what it was. It was a couple of years ago. We did it with the Karate Kid. It was, oh my God, it was so messed up. And it was ramen noodle.
Oh.
We cracked it. It was raw ramen and used it to like garnish it with hot chili oil. I want to say it was roast pork. It was a miss, a total miss. But in the moment, we were pumping ourselves up like, this is going to be it. This is the next stage. This is what's going to take us. Miss, flop. Wow. We do it all the time, bud.
But I guess you're making a sandwich today, like you said. There's going to be one or two of the misses.
Yeah, but
Uncle Steve, if you had to make a sandwich,
this is it.
for Taliercios,
This is it.
You're on the spot. You're getting hired today.
Buddy.
That's actually what they do in the interview process. First day.
You know my sandwich.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. Are we going to give away this next sandwich you guys are doing?
Listen, no one's going to take it and run with it because now we know that it's copyrighted.
Right.
So
it's yours now.
it's yours.
Yeah, it is.
So the
So
Uncle
I
Steve
want
sandwich.
the name.
And
I
I'll,
want the
I'll
name.
choke you to death too. It's going to be called the Stevie Day. So we got beautifully fried meatballs, the Taliercio meatballs, made by Dad. Mom's recipe goes all the way back to Italy.
Yes.
We got beautiful peppers, onions, little garlic. Ooh. We're going to go with the unofficial sponsor of the podcast, little half a bottle of Miller High Life beer.
High Life.
Yes.
We're going to go with bourbon. What bourbon should we use, Johnny? How about Jack Daniels?
Why not?
Throw a little Jack
Throw a Jack
Daniels
Daniels
in
in
there.
there.
There's always Jack in the store.
That's
Right.
two promos.
Right.
We're going to take that
Yeah.
and we're going to put it on the half of bread
Go ahead.
like they do the Italian hot dogs.
Yes.
But you're going to smear it, okay, with the
Pesto.
pesto.
Long hot.
Long hot pesto. Long hot pesto in the bread, meatball, sausage, and peppers. Killer sandwich.
Wow.
Done.
Get it at Taliercio.
Stevie
ladies
D
and
special.
gentlemen. Stevie D
actually-
special.
And now no red sauce, correct?
No red sauce.
That's what's wild. He
No.
dry as could be, dry as a bone.
No red sauce. But you're
love
gonna
that.
get. Oh, I left something out. Chicken broth. You need a little chicken broth in there.
There you
That's
go.
what
Yes.
solves it up. I love
You
the
need a
sound
little
of that.
chicken broth.
Now, how would you slice the bread? Are you slicing it in half completely, or you keep it like a pop?
No.
You want
it's
it
gotta
almost
be-
like club style.
I want it like a little pita.
Oh, like a
Yeah, like an
Wow.
Italian hot dog. I don't want anything falling out, and you're gonna eat. Oh God, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
You want to know what I'm going to do for you? Watch this. So
Give it
now
to me.
I get a round panel. You know the panels?
Oh my God, I do.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
You cut the two ends off the panels. You pocket it, and that's your pocket on the round panel.
Oh my God.
Come on.
that's
Oh
a great
my
idea.
God.
See what happens? Innovation at
I'm
its finest.
I'm sweating. It's
No.
gonna be so good.
You
I
take
really
the
hope. I
insides.
really hope this comes to
I'll do it.
fruition.
100%.
do, you know
Look
how
at me.
good, do you know how good that's
Done.
gonna be?
Done.
Do you know how good that's
You
gonna
got us
be?
coming in if you do it.
Done. It's hot.
Deal.
I'm coming in to do it.
What's
Deal.
today? Today is Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
It'll be out Saturday.
No, beyond this is great. We only needed 6 million followers to get a sandwich.
I'm
You got it
coming
in,
Saturday.
in one conversation.
How about that, bud?
I gotta come for the grand opening. I'm putting my black suit on.
That would be hilarious.
Of course
Black
I
suit.
am.
Black suit.
We
That's
should
nice. Just
we
like
should-
Johnny
We
Cash.
should not tell my dad.
Johnny Cash.
We don't tell my dad. We're like, oh, let's go down and get the Johnny drinks.
Yes.
And then we go down there and we replace the Johnny drinks with the Stevie D.
Oh my God.
You go down there. I'll have the apron. I'll come around and go, hey, can I help you?
Yeah,
guys?"
yeah. We don't have the Johnny drinks anymore. We got the Stevie D.
We got
He
the Stevie
would-
Day. We got rid of the Johnny drinks.
No, that would be hilarious. All right,
He blows lit.
Yeah. Oh, he would be furious.
He'd smile, but then he'd
Yeah.
be like, yeah, you're joking around.
Yeah. He'd be furious. Oh man, I get you guys both back there making the sandwiches at one time.
But seriously, how good is the meatballs, peppers, and onions?
Oh, it's one of the best sandwiches.
I've never done it, so that's why this is going to be. I'm telling you, I need
But I'm
some. I need
telling
some
you,
R&D
and
until
you know what?
Saturday.
This is a free one. And put it on the catering menu. People will buy
Yes.
that shit
You're nailed it. I would do it.
all day. They're
Stevie
gonna
D's
buy it.
balls. That I'll put it.
Stevie
I
D's
will.
balls.
I will put your name on the catering
Make sure
menu.
they're fucking fat.
I'm gonna get
too.
teary-eyed. Dad, we made it.
Yeah. Make sure they're nice and big. Wow.
Oh
so
my God.
as a sandwich shop owner,
Yes.
do you eat anywhere else? Like, where's your favorite spot to eat?
Good question. Like I go so sandwich wise, very rare. Just because
Right.
I don't even eat. I don't even want to eat our sandwiches. I don't want to
yeah,
eat sandwiches. I don't even want to eat Italian restaurant. Yes.
Give me
Tell me.
the best Italian restaurants in New Jersey.
Ooh. Okay. And I have to throw in a paisan in there.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I do. So in no order because I don't want
That's
to hurt
fine.
feelings.
Yeah.
So I would say Italian.
Yes.
Okay, so I would definitely go. So it's in our mall also. He's also a friend of ours, Il Coliseo. So Il Coliseo is also in Brooklyn, and my father has known their family for a long, long time. Old school Italian style. The whole place is marble. You hear of it's amazing. No. It's inside a mall.
I'm
No,
putting a black suit
unbelievable.
on to go there.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, there's a lot of black suits that come out of
I'm
it.
putting a black
So
suit on.
I would have to go Il Coliseo. Then you'd have to go. I'm a sucker for Angelicas and Seabright.
Angelica's is
You know, I've never been.
So, we'll go.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm a sucker. It is. She does. What an operation! A pasta. You got to get the baked capellini. Yup,
Tommy's got a reservation.
Yeah, he does
there
every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every
5:30.
Friday.
Your buddy.
My cousin.
Well, shout him out. You got to shout out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Another Italian restaurant, Locale in Little Silver.
Cali, Little Silver.
That's
Okay.
it. That's our
My boys.
paisans.
Yep.
Yep, Tommy and Joe.
So those are your top three.
No, I would probably say also you got to. I'm a huge fan of two more places.
Go ahead.
I would have to say. So I'm a personal friend of. He's not so much Italian as he is what an operator, what a product is. There is Nicholas Barrel and Roost. It's right down the mall. It's right down the street from us. He is.
Very good.
Countrywide renowned chef.
Yes.
He's also a good friend of mine. He has all the creameries, Nicholas Creamery and him. That's him. He is the best operator I've ever seen. He's amazing.
Me and Anita ate at the bar.
I'm telling
Drinks,
you. When I tell
everything. It
you,
was really
that's another
good.
place I take.
Really?
Right after we just shoot right down there.
Really good.
And then, of course, I also think he's another amazing chef is Chef Mike over at Gabriella's, just because I know Chef Mike very well. Right across the street from us. Gabriella's, that's the steakhouse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's an Italian steakhouse.
Got it.
But obviously, you could honorable mention, I love The Block. I love, Tommy and Pat and everyone there. I mean, listen, there's a lot of good places in Jersey.
I got one for you.
What do you got?
Blend
What's that?
on Main in Manasquan.
Never been.
Oh
What is it?
my
Is it
God.
Italian?
Nope. Best pork chop you ever had in your life, I guarantee it.
Really?
And I'm a big going out pork chop guy.
Yeah, of course.
Blend on Main.
How do they make it?
Best
Berkshire?
Berkshire.
40-minute wait to wild. You got to make it the right way. Peppers and onions?
Listen to me.
Cherry peppers?
Comes out with nothing.
No.
It's
What do you
that
mean?
good.
Nothing.
Nothing. He winked at me and he goes, "That takes 4 days."
What?
He does something.
Oh, so he primes it.
And the other thing was, like I asked, I go, "Listen, I like it a little on the rare side." The
I feel like you have to, right?
waitress went like this. She goes, "The chef likes medium."
Oh.
I go,
It's like that place.
so I go
They
like this.
tell
I
you.
go, "All right." But I like it a little on the rare side. I don't like it dry. She goes, "If you don't like it, you don't have to pay." Yeah.
Wow.
That cocky about it.
And it was that good.
Oh, dude, it was.
And nothing. No pork
That's
chop.
insane.
You get
You want to talk
you get
about
your little
how,
potato, your little
Yeah, right.
this,
But nothing on it.
The pork chop was on a plate like the star of the show. Like, yeah, that's all we need. Wow. And it was that nuts good. I'm telling you, go.
Blend in Manasquan. All right, okay.
Blend on Main, it's called.
Blend on Maine.
Blend on Main. Chef, his name's Smith. Imagine me with a Smith.
Yeah.
Bro.
What a shout out. You just gave.
That's unreal.
That was a really good promo.
We'll go to Angelica.
We should do a little bit of a tour. I'm going to give you the quick extra questions as well,
Tell me.
because we have to do to every guest we have. Best pizza in New Jersey.
Oh. Best pizza in New Jersey. Wow.
That's a tough one.
That's tough. You know what? I'll do you a favor.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll narrow it down. I'll narrow it down for you. I would have to say, what's the place that burnt down? They were the best.
Burnt down.
Dave helped them build it back up again. In North Jersey.
Look that one up, Joe.
You might have to do that.
Some with a D. I think it's some with a D.
It burnt down.
Yes.
Who's Dave? Dave who?
Portnoy.
Helped him. Oh, I just saw that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one in
Look up
Caldwell?
Dave Portnoy Pizza Shop
Is it in
on fire.
Caldwell?
I think it is.
Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? It's right around the corner from my barber. Oh,
Santillo's.
oh no, it wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Santillo's.
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 And where is that?
Is it in Elizabeth?
Oh.
Dynamite. I would say that. I would say anywhere.
What's the place that sells out by 11 o'clock?
Rosie's. Rosie's.
That's in
They
Point.
they opened up one by me
Oh, really?
in Middletown.
But then there's another one.
Rosie's is called. They get a certain amount of dough. When they sell out, they sell out.
That's
They shut the door.
Yeah, but Portnoy
Really?
did another one in Jersey,
Nutley.
somewhere in Central Jersey. In Central Jersey. It's like off a highway. They're done with pizzas by like 11:30.
Bro, if the guy walks into your store, you might as well just.
But I heard
like
that
three more registers.
I heard
Is it
that
yours?
pizza is
No.
stupid.
We gotta get in there.
I heard that pizza, that one that I'm talking about, where he gave it a 9, whatever.
Oh, I never saw that.
It was nuts.
How about the review that Boz was in?
Huh?
How about the review?
Oh my God. So my best friend
Go ahead. Tell me.
is a huge Barstool fan.
Okay.
Watches the guy all the time. All of a sudden,
Go ahead.
Portnoy comes into the pizza place that he's in.
My
buddy is sitting there eating.
he's just eating.
He's just eating there.
Okay.
So Portnoy goes in, gets a pizza, goes outside. My buddy goes outside. He's sitting there and he's videoing. And my buddy starts going.
Oh, you fanboys heavy,
No,
huh?
he goes. No, he goes. 7-2 at best.
Wait, no. Wait,
Didn't he?
he did a drive-by.
Yeah, he did a
he
drive-by and
7-2 at best. And
he
walked
goes-
by.
he
The
goes
guy's like,
7-2
who
at
the fuck
best.
was that?
Portnoy all of a sudden turns around. His camera guy turns around and goes, I don't know. This guy here said 7-2.
And then Portnoy goes, no, he's right.
he goes, yeah, that's right. But the people were really nice. He gave him like a 7.
We got to pull that clip up.
8 or whatever it was.
7-2 at best.
So
But now, do you now? Let me ask you something. Your buddy that walks in there,
he can't go in there
Thank
again.
you.
Oh, he's
You
done.
can't go in
He's
there
banned
again.
for life.
No, he said, he goes like this. He goes,
You can't go in
he
there.
goes, people destroyed me online. He goes, I can't go back. He goes, holy shit. He goes, and he works
So
like in
funny.
the area. I'm like,
You're
I'm
done.
like, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
You said 7-2 at best. You just
Hilarious.
had it there.
Yeah. And it was like, and he goes, he said,
He has
"Hey,
5 minutes of fame.
it's close to work. It's
He got
close to work.
excited. He
So
got
we go
excited,
here.
Uncle Boz.
But he's like a foodie.
Yeah, I know.
My buddy Mike,
Yeah.
he's like a crazy foodie. Like, if you want honesty about a sandwich,
Bring
I'll
him
bring
in.
him.
I want the whole family.
He'll
I
take
want
a-
the whole family.
He'll take a bite. He'll go,
Yeah, that's what I want. You need that.
Yeah, you do.
yeah.
You don't need a cheerleader. You
No.
got me.
You got enough
Listen,
cheerleaders.
I like,
You got enough
I like
cheerleaders.
everything.
So
Yeah.
even going back to the discussion we were having, paying for, influencers to come in and just boast about your product. I feel like today's day and age, that's a double-edged sword for small businesses and also for the content creator too. Like,
yeah.
what type of authenticity do you have if you're going in and you're saying everything is great?
None. And that's where, again, you got to
I
pick and
agree.
choose your battles, right? If I am running an ad and it's clearly an ad for whatever product, okay, you get over it. If I'm walking into your store
Yes.
and it's and I'm lying, I'm like, this is the best sandwich ever, yada yada, I'm getting paid for it.
How many
That's
places
so
are you going to go to and say
dishonest.
is the best sandwich ever?
Right? You can't do it to everybody.
So again, you're selling yourself short on the market that you're
Right.
marketing yourself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the roads that me, Johnny, and his dad were talking about in terms of the business too. Like his dad nailed it. Like everybody has a run in this business. Everybody has a run in terms of social media and personalities and pivoting, and it's all important to figure out your pivot.
Yeah.
And it's all about figuring out things that you're capable of or not capable of.
Yeah.
And going back to what you said in terms of when we talked about what the next venture would be for the store, I wouldn't even know because it hasn't. And my thought process behind it is I need it presented to me rather than me going out because I don't know. I have no idea what the next. It would be easier for someone to say, hey, listen, you know what? This is a good avenue for you. This is an opportunity for you. Why don't you try it? That is something that I guess we're at the stage of instead of thinking where to go next because we do everything.
Do you do any promotional stuff as far as the catering?
All the time.
Oh, you
do. I do sample Saturdays now where I give out the
No,
catering.
but as far as on
What?
on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
I
See, I've
video.
never-
ready?
I've
So
never seen it.
The last month, every Saturday, I've been showing the catering trays and giving it out to the lines that are there for free.
That's smart.
Oh, what a good idea.
So
that
that's what
is.
we've been doing. So we now all your, I have a money bag pasta, like the sacchette stuff with the cheese.
Right.
I do it in a basil bush sauce. Like, that's something that I pass out to everybody online that's waiting there for an hour. So maybe how many raviolis you're going to hand out? Now you're handing out stuff that they could buy right in our refrigerators and have it at your parties.
Oh my God.
Here you go.
It's
Sample
genius.
Saturdays. We just did it for Thanksgiving. We had, a turkey breast, stuffing, everything else. Pass it out because now everyone's going to start, ordering for Thanksgiving. It's all about accepting the loss for the greater good. People, you can't nickel and dime.
Yeah.
Like free stuff and whoa, should I do this or that? Like, a lot of the success of the business is attributed to treating the customer the way that they should be treated, even if they don't have a good experience.
Well, you mentioned it before, when you have somebody that comes in and has not a great experience and they talk about it.
Yes.
You take it head on and say to them personally, we are sorry.
Yeah.
Come back in and we're going to make it right.
Yeah. Like, listen, that happens a lot too, where we get comments underneath. Whether or not true or not, I have no idea. But
Doesn't
if
matter,
someone
yeah.
was to comment under the video, listen, had the sandwich, it sucked, thought it could be better, you have to answer that, but answer that not in the ego way, in the way of, treating that customer like it was your first customer. Like, listen, truly apologize. We might have had a bad day, whatever. Come on in, ask for me. The next two are on me. That $40 that you eat.
Yeah, but now you have a lifelong customer.
You
Because
hope.
you know what? If somebody treats you like that,
That's
when
how you
call
gotta
out a
treat
mistake,
these people.
That's really, really.
You got to
that's
go eye
big.
to eye with the customer. Like, you have to understand, and you have to put yourselves in their shoes a lot of the times, and you got to put yourselves, like, these people are waiting a long time, but like, these people are waiting an hour and 20 minutes sometimes for one sandwich.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How long? So I've been to your spot, obviously.
Yeah.
Where does it wrap?
Okay. You know how you walked in by where the door is, obviously? So that line by where the case is, you by the door and then all the way against those cases.
Right. And then does it go outside?
Yep.
How far outside?
It goes, sometimes it'll go all the way back. You know where the drinks are?
Yeah.
It'll be you'd from the start of the counter, go like this. Here's your door, you'd this way.
In the hallway?
Yeah. Sometimes it goes like that for the holidays.
For the holidays.
Ready for this? Holidays, the line was outside where Goldfish Swim School was outside of the first store in the mall.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
we have a
people
video
wait.
of that. And wait.
You got to be one of the most well-known sandwich spots in Jersey.
I
Like,
would.
who else has a big name in Jersey? Other than like the smaller spots in Patterson and stuff like that. Like who else is a big name?
You have to attribute it to their social media presence, right? So you have to say, based on that, Roger does a great job at Parkwood Deli.
Yes, we went there. He's awesome.
Roger is
He's
a great
really good
dude.
I like him.
You
a
have
lot.
to go, again, mom and pop shop, great social media presence. I've done stuff with him. You got to say Parkwood Deli. You got to say, what other sandwich place? There's a lot of places down in South Jersey too. Whatchamacallit? Our Paisan's pizzeria there for Sorrows
for Soros.
in Point Pleasant. I think it's Point or LBI.
They're not sandwiches, are they?
No, they're pizza.
Like,
I'm
I know A&C in Patterson, A&S, Tommy's.
Isn't it E&V? I thought it was.
There's
A&S
and then A&S.
A&S,
Yeah.
the pork store.
Yeah, they're all pork. They're this big pork stores, though.
Yeah, and they get, because you know what it is. They get
mean,
They get the giant stadium crowd, and they get.
But I'm saying like they'll get a big
very
crowd for
true.
their size.
I'm thinking now, who personality wise do you really? I really don't. I mean, obviously, I'm sure I'm blanking on it, but
Well, it's
I don't know
unique.
many guys that like. The only thing I ever saw, and they did it at Sorrento's, where I like
Sure.
bread. An influencer went in, bought a
that's
sandwich.
what you see a lot. You see a lot
That's
of
what
the
you see a
influencers.
lot.
Yes, it's Sorrento's.
Guy went in, bought a sandwich,
Yeah.
and goes, "Look at this
You'll
sandwich."
see that.
This
You'll
is-
see that
yeah.
where influencers go and then they talk about the business rather than the business being the
the face. What's
Yes.
the one sandwich spot that started in Italy and now it's in New York?
Alantiqua.
Yes, that's one you were talking about
That's
too.
the one I was
They have
talking
they have. Is it a mortadella sandwich?
Yes, it's mortadella on
And-
there.
and the
Focaccia.
cheese? Yes,
the focaccia
exactly.
opens up and
Yep.
it tears.
Yes.
Yes,
I've seen that.
Alantiqua now. I think they have their. they're almost like
They're all over
they're
the
almost like
place.
what do you call it?
They're-
Franchising.
Yeah, they're in LA,
everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere,
I mean,
bud.
when you so I wonder like if you were to pick that guy's brain, what he says about.
Well, don't forget, he's doing so the reason why a lot of Italians, right, the motherland people, don't follow or argue with us is because in Italy they eat like all'antiqua, 3 pieces of mortadella, stracciatelle, and you could cut it open and there's no reveal. That might not be the appeal of it, but they go by the ingredients and the heightening of the flavor profiles, almost like a high-end restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's where people in Italy have the disconnect with someone like me, because I'll take those high-end ingredients and maximize them. And they're like, oh, how do you, enjoy it? That's why America, that's why this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm charging, I think I'm still $10 cheaper than All'Antiqua. I think All'Antiqua Panini, I think is $28. I think so. Don't quote me on
this
it.
big.
Yeah. Again,
He's in the
but
city,
they're
too.
in the city.
Yeah.
They're from Italy. Yeah, there's other
And
costs
there's
that go on.
lines. That place because
Lines.
that's in Florence.
Yeah.
So the weird thing is they have 2 of them next to each other.
What do you mean? They're both the same name?
They're
Really?
both.
Or they're both competitors?
No, they're both like the same name, but it's like almost spelled. I'm not Italian, so I'm looking at it going, "Oh, that must be 2 different spots."
Yeah.
But then it was like this. It was like the same thing. But me and Anita hit that perfect too. We got there, got our sandwich. We're standing outside eating. I go, babe, look at the line was down the fucking street.
Really?
Yeah.
It was nuts.
It is crazy how there's just like an air to things in the city. Like if you guys were in the
You
city,
just wait.
you'd be charging double.
Yeah. Listen, it's something that I talk like my buddy of mine, like I discussed with you, Max Siegelman. So Max he's been a big proponent of wanting me to come to the city, right? And we discussed it. We talked about it. We're like, hey, listen, like if you were to do it, people wait on lines in the city, like he says, for nothing. They don't even know what they're waiting online for.
I waited for
hours.
I waited for a bagel this big at not Pop Up. What's the other one? Leon's.
Yes.
I was like, what am I doing in this line? And I got a bagel and it was okay. And the bagel was $9 or whatever.
Yes.
He's right. That's the culture.
He
over
said,
there.
he goes, listen, you'll get people that are, visitors, like not even like New York City, and they'll just wait online. They'll be like, what are we waiting online for? And it's like, that's his allure. He'd be like, Eric,
Oh,
if you
there's
were
a
in the
line.
city-
It must be
No,
good.
that's exactly.
He
That's
said, he goes,
so
Eric,
true.
if you were in the city, he goes, I'm telling you, he goes, it would be unreal. But like I said, there's so much logistics and so much, there's a lot that goes into it. Like if I were to drop, of course it would be Manhattan. Like I'm from New York. It would be, it would be unreal. Like I would go down to Soho and I would
It'd be so cool.
I would, I would 100% blow it up. It's just,
But you know what? But just think about this though. Okay, let's say you had to charge, I don't know, $60 for that giant sandwich
for a whole, okay.
for a whole.
Things feeding.
Yeah, but
five people.
that's what I'm saying. That's going back to an office,
Right.
and there's like 8 people eating that.
I mean, think about those quarters. I mean, you could eat. That's one meal.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't keep it because of the city. You have to know your place too. You have to know your people, right? In the city, they're very fast paced. They're not going to sit down and eat the way they would by us, right? So I would have to, portion it more. I would still be the biggest in Manhattan, but I still would. You would have to portion it down so that
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, you have to know your location and know the people. It's different. It's people are on the run. People, they might wait on the line, but they're still moving and they're still going. And you have this all those things that go into play in terms of, again, not having an ego. You can't go in there and say, I'm going to rock New York City with my product because I know, it's the best in New Jersey. New Jersey's way different than Manhattan.
And think about how many sandwich shops are in New York versus
So
where you
many.
are. You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
so many, bro.
I mean, where's the
have
nearest
to stand
sandwich
out.
spot where you are? Probably
Actually,
nowhere.
right down the street.
What are the odds of that?
Actually,
Those poor
there's
people.
2 right down the street. No, but you know what? They that's another thing about sandwich places too, is that there is enough for everybody
It's like a
to
rising
quote
tide
unquote
thing, yeah.
eat. There is, not everybody likes Taliercios because they don't realize that, you can order the sandwich to your liking. You don't have to get it to that size. You could get it to a normal size that you could get anywhere else. People don't like the lines. Jersey's different. They don't.
That is so true.
They don't like to wait. So it's about speeding up the process. Rather in, LA, like I'm good friends with Prince Street Pizza, Dom.
Oh, really?
Very good friends. Like he's been a customer since before I even met him officially.
In the city?
Yeah.
Do you know that the daughter Marge?
No.
Oh.
I know the father, Frank, and I know Dom.
Really?
Dom's been a customer since he moved to Jersey.
Oh, that's so funny.
So Dom, who's another blowing up like success story, like he's the best. And like, he, like he said in LA when they opened up, I think LA was their second location. If I think that was. He said, he goes, the line was in LA, they'll wait. LA, they'll wait.
To do.
LA, they'll wait. And they'll pay.
Yeah.
LA, they'll wait and they'll pay.
Frosted hair.
They got frosted hair and they're waiting in lines.
They dye their hair blonde and then they wait in line.
Their daily activities to wait in line with their blonde hair and take a picture and put it on Instagram. Like,
correct.
That was their morning.
Yes.
Who has better sandwiches, New York or New Jersey?
New Jersey.
I'd have to say Jersey. And I've only lived in New Jersey for 10 years and I'm a native New Yorker. New York, I think has completely, it's not that it's watered down. Everyone's in it for the money. I feel like you find those
corporate.
I
They're
think
corporate.
everything's corporate.
Everything's corporate.
And you want to know something? Those mom and pop shops are in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Those sold to the earth, been there for 30 plus years, put their heart and soul into their work. You'll find those in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Because another thing about Jersey, though, they might not wait, but they're loyal to their town staples.
Really? That's interesting.
I agree.
They are loyal to their town staples. They might try other places. They might do this and that and the other, but they are loyal to their local businesses. So that's why it's so hard for someone to open up and stay if you're not a big corporation to say, hey, listen, I'm going to open up a mom and pop, breakfast place or sandwich shop or catering place. If it's already established in that town, those people have, because they just love, they're very loyal. Jersey is loyal, man.
So you got the same people coming in every week?
Every day. We're like Cheers. I see the same people every day.
Really?
That we don't lie. I know their sandwich. I know their name. I know their family. I know their cholesterol. I know their blood work. I know everything. I know everything about them.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, it's Cheers. We know people's everything. We've had, and you want to know what's crazy, is that we've had customers now that they could be my age, right? 37 when we opened. Their parents come in and then go to my dad and be like, hey, remember when I did so-and-so's baptism? And now they're my age getting sandwiches or getting catering. It's generational.
That's nice.
The store is generational. And one of the cool things that my dad did, which was another option that we were thinking about doing, was when I was a kid, my dad, for Fridays and Saturdays, so we would work, the store would close at 6, right? From 6 to 7, he'd flip the store over. I think I told your dad this. He'd flip the store over into a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
And do tables, waitress, his menu, BYOB till 11, 12 o'clock at night, and called it pasta night. And Fridays and Saturdays, people could have came. He would sell out all the time. He'd have maybe 20 tables, and he would just flip them over.
Well, I was going to say, because you're known, the sandwiches, but the meatballs, right? Did you win awards?
Yes. Like we're known for a lot of other things besides ravs and besides sandwiches. It's just that's the appeal right now.
Right.
Everything could pivot.
Yeah. Like in general, like right now the time is for sandwiches. What is in general you guys known for?
We're known for probably 2 things. So our chicken Taliercio, which is a cordon bleu and a tomato bruschetta sauce, and the fried ravioli.
That fried ravioli is
wild. That's literally, I would say, if there was 2 things that you could probably say, hey, listen, Taliercios, like obviously besides the sandwiches, the fried ravioli is probably, I would say, probably number 1.
And not the meatballs.
Nope.
I'd like to go head to head with, I'd take the meatball.
I'd like a meatball, I think.
The meatballs, let me tell you, my father does, when I tell you.
But isn't it hard to make meatballs in that?
Does it in both. I did a video, and it showed him.
I
did a video. Wait.
I
I did a video. There was 3 of the containers, like I would say probably longer than this table. And it's my dad cracking all the eggs himself,
No
the liquid
way.
eggs,
That's a lot.
cracking them, pouring them, all the locatelli, everything, the garlic, the parsley.
Don't give the recipe.
Well, no. They don't know about everything else. The
Take it
special.
easy now.
All right.
Listen, this is the generic basics for a good meatball.
I know what you're
Then
saying.
you got to have the love. The love is
the most important
and
thing.
the mixing and everything else. That's just like maybe 3 days worth of meatballs that my dad just does as 3 tanks.
But isn't the issue whenever I get a meatball out at a restaurant, they're never good. I've never had maybe like very sparingly.
Depends on if it's a restaurant and they say it's a Wagyu beef meatball.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
And even that, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I feel
I
like,
know, right?
How could you have a meatball if you're not making it fresh, it's sitting there for hours on end. It's gonna get mushy.
100%.
You know, so that's where I've never
That's
had
the
a good
moisture.
meatball out.
You want to know what it is? That's the test of what you're putting in your meatball in terms of the reheating of it.
Right.
So you know how pizza sometimes you could have pizza and the next day you could heat it up in the oven, but it comes out even better.
Yeah.
Than when you, same thing in terms of the meatball. There's certain things that you could put in it that the next day, or let's say it's 4 hours later, when you're making a sandwich with it, it still brings it back to life.
It's actually
There's
better,
certain things like whether or not it's extra milk, whether or not it's extra locatelli because of the salt. There's things that go into it where there's certain grades of meatballs that it's like, all right, these meatballs are made to be eaten now.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
If it goes to tomorrow, garbage.
That makes sense.
A lot. Because there's a lot of things that go into a meatball that you could dry it out. That's why when you said the meatballs, peppers, and onions, I'm thinking immediately you got to make it where it's got to be moist.
Wow.
That baby's got to be breaking.
Right. And if you're making a meatball that's supposed to be good tomorrow and I'm having it today, it's not going to be
Now
good,
imagine
vice
that
versa.
on bulk.
That's why I'm saying I can't
We
imagine
do
trying to do it.
Bulk, bro.
That's
I
nuts.
can show you. We probably have thousands of meatballs
I'm
ready
pissed
to
I
go.
didn't get one next. I'm going to get one next time I
Get
come in. Stranger walks into Taliercios. From start to finish, what is their order? What are you recommending?
Okay. Great question. And I'll go off the board from the sandwiches that I bought you.
Please do.
Okay. First thing, if I had to say it was a sit-down meal,
Yes.
sandwich, side, drink.
Perfect.
Here we go. I would easily go in and I would get the Victimone. And I've been saying this probably on every podcast that I've gone on because the Victimone is garlic bread on the semolina. Our chicken cutlets are awesome. Chicken cutlets, mozzarella style, fresh mozzarella, our regular red sauce, broccoli rabe, which our broccoli rabe is loaded with garlic and it's chopped. It's not where you keep the stem in, you could choke. My father said, hey, listen, why do you want to have the ability where you lessen the quality of, the bitter, like he actually chops everything together. So when you're eating the broccoli rabe,
You're not ripping a big stem.
nope,
out.
everything
Oh
is,
my God, I love that.
everything is forkable and it's there and it's loaded with garlic. And on the top of it are 3 raviolis. It's a sense of everything that's good inside that store. Side, I would have to say our mac salad. Our mac salad is fucking dynamite.
Oh my God.
Mac salad and then a Manhattan special.
Of course you're getting a Manhattan special.
Get it.
Oh my God.
That's it.
That's the meal.
Freaking
What a-
good.
what
It's
a meal.
unbelievable.
That's
Two
the
of
meal.
those 3 I did not get. Actually, I didn't get any of those 3. I should.
I'll make it. The Victimone is stupid, bro. It's an OG class.
Just the name
Stupid.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Victimone. Now you know where I got it from.
Victimone.
I didn't get it from what you think I might.
Don't tell me there was a kid named.
No. You ever see Money? You ever see Money Talks with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
When he goes, when Chris Tucker goes in and he goes, oh, I'm Victimone Jr. And there was the whole big joke that he was going to the Italian place and he met the father.
Right.
I think, I forget who the father was, but he goes, no. On my Italian side, I'm Victimone Jr. And that's
And that's
The
what's
Victimone.
supposed to be. That is amazing.
Yeah.
What is next for Taliercios? Or for you? What's next for Eric?
I think a lot of it has to do with me understanding that I am 1-in-1 with the brand. And it's almost where I need to be more of the face to accept the responsibilities that come with having the store put in a more public forum. Now you might sit there and say, how could you do that? Like the store is everywhere. I think that having Netflix come down to Fort Monmouth is a huge thing because I'm 10 minutes away. I think that you'll start seeing more and more people, more and more, actors, actresses, staff. We see it now already. I think it's about going the route of who I know is a good friend of your family's, and I know the family very well, is the Cake Boss route of saying, hey, listen, there can never be too many eyes. And yes. I think that is the biggest leap in terms of myself in the store, is making sure that there's not enough eyes on this store and you don't stop. You need everybody watching.
I think that's a really good example in Cake Boss, because I bet Buddy felt very similar to you back in the day. Well, like if I'm not there, then people aren't going to come in and they're not going to be happy. But there's a point in time where they're going to walk into either Taliercios or the second outlet or third or fourth and not even expect to see it. And then when they do see you,
it's more of a surprise.
Like, holy shit,
yes,
Eric's here.
And it's, you know what? It's the road traveled to get from A to B.
I think honestly, it's more you mentally being able to say and like kind of let go and be like, I don't have to be everywhere. My product is great too. It's not just that I'm the show.
Correct. And that's what I kind of don't want people to look at is, and I get this. Some people think this too. Like they're like, I need Eric to make it. Yeah. I listen. Like there's guys there that are goddamn chefs.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys, everyone there could make it just as good or better than I can. Yeah. All I am is the face. So it's a matter of, like you said, having the people understand the difference of saying, hey, listen, if Eric's not there, who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares?
It's just a treat when he is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the pressure coming off me, and then coming off of a lot of it is, personal struggle in terms of that, right?
Yeah.
You don't realize, which I'm sure, your dad, you see it from that personal pressure standpoint of, I need to do this today or else it won't get done. And then from there, it's going to domino in a negative way. So I put that pressure on myself that's, over the top, maybe even too much, but you have to be obsessed with it. If you're not obsessed with it, then you're doing something that you might not truly be in love with.
Yeah.
You have to obsess.
Yeah.
If you're not obsessed with it, then, you're going to miss things. You're not going to do it right. The sandwich is going to come out as well. The product and the brand isn't going to do as well. As you can't cut corners on this.
No, especially when you're trying to expand. Again, I wouldn't know, but I would assume the second location is probably the most important, right? Because if you get that one right,
yes,
that's
why it takes so long. That's why it's been 37 years of saying, do we need a second one or not? Because if that second location doesn't do well, now you have cut yourself too thin. You're attracting back, so you're already doing you're negative, and it's okay. Yeah, I tried it, and okay, yeah, you could go back to that. But you don't want to have it where too many people had a negative experience from that second one.
Yeah, but don't you think it's always assumed? It's like a movie too. Like the sequel's always worse. Or Carbone in Miami or Carbone in Cali. It's good, but it's not as good as everybody just wants to. They want to expect the first one to be the best. But I don't think
you're right. That's actually.
I think it's just like you have to expect they're going to say that. No one says, "Oh, the second one's better." It's part of the feel.
You're 100% right.
So I think that's just like you got to be willing to kind of take that.
You have to accept the fact that the more that you produce, the quality might be, there, and it might be,
it could be the exact same sandwich.
To everyone else, it might not be the same because of that reason. And you're 100% right. It's that subconscious thought of, we sold out. It's the second one.
Right. They want to hate on it.
Yes.
In a weird way.
Yes.
But I think that's just part of the expansion.
I think that's part of it. Yeah. And I think that's why it's hesitant. Like my dad's going to be 70.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, that's true.
He never expected this store. He never thought I was going to be involved in the store.
Right.
I never worked in food. Never. Growing up, never. True story. When I had a job when I was, 13, whatever, my dad drove me all the way to that mall from our house in Staten Island to work in another location in the mall, not the store.
No way.
I worked at a skateboard shop.
That's wild.
Never skateboarded. Yeah, true story. And I would just go there to have lunch and go back. I never worked in that store.
Wow.
What are the odds?
That's how you know that your path is your path, man.
That's right.
Your
but
cards are dealt.
You know what's funny? Like, I watched all the videos.
Yeah, sure.
And I haven't gone up there yet. But you know what? I got to be honest. I didn't even expect to see you there.
Right.
Like, I thought you were the owner. You make the sandwiches, but I didn't. Like, until today when you were talking, like, yeah, behind the counter. I'm like, this guy's behind the counter.
Yeah.
My sandwich guy.
Right.
Yeah. Behind the counter.
You're like, holy shit.
Like,
you're
if I would have,
starstruck.
I got to tell you, if I would have went up there and I could just see me with Anita, I'm like, holy shit, Anita's here. She'd be like, who's Steve? The guy I watch on the videos all the time. He wears this giant green hat. It's freaking hilarious.
It is.
The guy is hilarious. I go, I can't believe he's here today. It's weird because you were saying, oh, people go in and expect you to make the sandwich. Where me, like, going up there, I didn't even expect. I wouldn't have even expected him to be there. Is that weird?
No, it's not. You're
that's
probably
the
the majority.
perspective. Yeah, that's the perspective of what I hope people have.
And even if, like, I'm not going in, like, a barber is different. I want my barber to cut my hair.
Yes.
If I go in my barber shop and he's not there, I'm leaving. Whereas if I
Correct.
go in and you're not there, I'm pissed or I'm upset because I wanted to see you. I'm
Correct.
still there eating.
Right.
If I went into Carlos Bakery and Buddy was there, I'd be like, what the fuck's Buddy doing here?
Correct.
You know? And I think you're kind of
Yes.
entering into that space.
And that's where the space of, and that's what me and you talked about, is you need the right, this is where you need the team. This is where you need the operators in terms of, okay, Eric, this is the avenue you need to go down. You need somebody to help guide and say, hey, listen, Eric, I think this is the right avenue in terms of, you know, hey, listen, like in terms of branding or in terms of, you know, let's say there's an opportunity to get involved with, you know, anything like TikTok does shows now or whatever. And hey, listen, this might be an idea for you to go this route. And then it could be even more lucrative to say, hey, listen, you know what? I feel more comfortable doing a second location because my confidence is higher. A lot of it is all about confidence.
You're there, though.
I hope I am.
I don't think you'll ever feel, you know what I mean? You're there right now. You just,
you know what? I probably am there. And I think that a lot of it has to do with, you know, your number one thing in life is, you know, the people that are most important to you, you don't want to let down.
Of course.
And I feel like, you know, my dad has been so, you know, like your dad to you, he's so like, he's so inspirational, but on top of everything else, we're such a close knit, like father-son relationship. Like we work together all day. We're in a very high intensity, high stressful environment.
Yeah.
And on top of everything else, we're very close. We have a very close-knit relationship. Today's day and age, you don't see that.
No, and it's a shame.
You don't see that. Like I try to do that with my son now, and you know he's only 4, but it's what you strive. It's almost like your relationship with your dad and my relationship with my dad is the abnormal.
Yeah.
And you kind of, so the worst thing you could ever do is what? Disappoint them.
Yeah.
Or not that pressure is put on by them. It's the fact of the pressure you put on yourself.
For sure.
Is that if I do this, and if I do this for the betterment of both of us, I better make sure I do it right because I don't want to disappoint them. It has maybe not necessarily even monetarily. Monetarily, like money could always come. Money will always find a way. It's what that happiness, that personal happiness that you could wake up and look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of me, of where this has gone.
Right.
And I feel like when you're going through all this and you're going through the social media and you're going through the ups and downs, I very rarely sit there and do that because you're always looking for the next thing.
It's hard to. I think you're gonna make a choice. It's gonna be the right choice, and you have so many people around you they're gonna support.
I think so.
So I'm excited to watch that. We do ask every guest
Tell me.
2 questions.
Tell me.
Oh, I was gonna forget. I saw your face. Your entire life, what has been the lowest of your lows, and what has been the highest of your highs?
Lowest of my lows. Actually, I'll tell you. Lowest of my lows was probably the day I got fired from Wall Street because I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I hated it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I kind of was just like guided in that direction by my family to say, hey, listen, you're going to do this because you could talk, you got a great personality, and this will be great for you. And I think that the day I was fired was very relieving, but at the same time, where do I go from here? And I think that next step in terms of, hey, let me try working at my family's business, I didn't know what that was going to look like. So that crossroads, talk about cards being dealt, way path is, that was probably in terms of my lowest of not knowing where I'm going. That's easily that.
Mm-hmm. Highest of highs.
Highest of highs. Highest of highs, besides obviously your children, obviously that's personal. I think probably business sense and personal sense in terms of the business, I'd probably say the amount of raviolis, like I told you, in one day for Christmas is probably a high that we hit, because it looks back and it's what me, my dad, and everybody at the store could sit there and say, like, the hard work happens and it's a good result. And it's something that we look forward to every year in terms of more and more and more. And for the people that don't know, it's 39,000. And when I tell you that, like, that's still it's a high that can only get higher.
Right.
And
That's
I feel
awesome.
like you got to have a goal.
Yeah. I'm happy to be part of this now with you.
Love you, buddy.
Absolutely. Taliercios in Red Bank, New Jersey. Go check it out, and check out Eric on all socials, right?
All socials.
At Taliercios.
You're the
That's
man.
it for today, everybody. Like, subscribe, share all the good stuff. Cheers.